Let me know if you're good. 1, 2, and 3. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay, Grizzy, you good? Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Candace Matthews. I'm the National Minister of Politics for the New Black Panther Nation under the leadership of Brother Chairman Cornel X. We are here today because there has been a travesty that has happened here behind us at Westbury High School. We have the family here today of a student that was attacked, surprisingly, during instructional time. I mean, we actually have a child that when you look at this video, you can see that this child had no idea that another student would come in that classroom and hit him several times, aggressively and violently to the head. And to add insult to injury, mom was not even notified that her son was assaulted by the school. Where's the supervision? How is it that one student can roam around the school and just go in anyone's class, and if he has beef with anyone that's in that classroom, can physically assault another student? Then I'm looking at as well, where's the supervision all the way around? See, this is why there's an issue with Houston Independent School District. Because one, it's your job to protect the safety of children. This is your job to ensure that these kids, when they come to school, that they're not bullied, that they're not attacked. No one sending their child to school to get hit in the head violently. And then we have medical paperwork that this young man has a concussion as a result of this surprise attack. This is unacceptable. We have not yet heard from administration from this school, nor from HISD. This is unacceptable. Mom has not heard anything. I know I would be mortified if I would have seen my child being assaulted on social media before the school can even call me and let me know what has happened. This is not okay. This is unacceptable, and we're not going to stand here and take it. So I'm going to bring mom up so she can just give you guys the timeline of what she experienced throughout this horrific process.
And just go ahead and state and spell your first and your last name. And he's your nephew, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, nephew.
My name is Crystal Dare, Krystol, Dare, Dare. This happened on Tuesday. This just past Tuesday. And it wasn't nothing out of the ordinary for me to come home and, my nephew was in the bed or, on his phone or whatever. And so I go in, hey, how y'all doing? And nobody told me anything. And I didn't realize this until the next morning. He tells me, oh, I have a migraine and blurry vision and I can't, I can't go to school today. And I'm like, well, why? And then I see a video of, my nephew being hit multiple times in a classroom from behind, and nobody is acknowledging this. Nobody told me anything. I send him to school to be protected because I'm not there to do it myself. And this is exactly what happens. And it's not the first time that something like this has happened. It's happened multiple times at different schools that my children have went to. And it's just, it sucks. Nobody called me. Nobody told me anything. Administrators didn't reach out to me. The nurse didn't reach out to me. The disciplinary staff didn't reach out to me. No, out of the 5 adults that were in contact of this assault happening, nobody told me anything. I didn't hear about this until I see the video Wednesday morning. That's unacceptable. I have to do what I have to do to protect them and other kids that are, experiencing the same thing, that don't have parents to come up and step forward to say, oh, this is what is going on. This is what is going on in the school, and step forward and, get something started with this. It was just unacceptable.
And so, and then we'll do the questions in just a bit. Let's have Mr. Sledge-Leonidas, and you can let him know.
Yeah. My name is Sledge Leonidas. I'm with Houston Haitians United and Houston Morehouse Alumni Association. The issue that I have with this is a issue of policy and processes. If a student gets attacked in class, what is the process for the parent to be notified? What rules are in place? Were those rules followed? If they weren't followed, who's held accountable? As a parent myself, if I send my kid to school, something happens to my child at school, I want the responsible adults that supervising my children to notify me. That's the way the process should work. That process did not work for this family member right here, for her nephew being attacked at school. The other thing is the child had to go to the hospital, right, with a concussion. So there's medical issues that arise from this as well. So now I didn't get notified. Now I have to deal with a health issue from my child. Where's the accountability? So that's what we asked for. What are the processes in place? What are we going to do moving forward? Houston HISD got to do better and adhere to these processes. Thank you.
Thank you. And he is absolutely right about that. But now, since we have this HISD takeover, so this question relies to Texas Education Agency. What are you going to do about it? Because now you have taken over this district, so you claim that HISD couldn't do it better, and this stuff is still happening under your watch at this time. We have a child under your watch that has a concussion. We have a child under your watch that was violently assaulted numerous of times during instructional time without basically with a surprise attack. And no formal investigation. No one called called the aunt, relatives who's responsible for this child to let them know what is happening. So at this point right now, I lay the question to the Texas Education Agency. What are you going to do about it since you done took over this district? That's what I want to know. And then another deal that I found that was quite interesting was that when aunt, when aunt, started telling me more about this story, and the more questions, would continue to rise. And when I looked at this actual video several times, it made my skin crawl, number one. Okay. Two, I looked at how the teacher that was in that classroom didn't really take a sense of urgency. There was no restraints, the kid was just still rolling around in the hallway, like pretty much with no consequences. So we stand here today with this family because accountability breeds responsibility, and somebody's going to be held responsible for this. Now, we do know that the family is seeking legal representation, and we would definitely help assist with that process, because no child should come to school and leave with a concussion. And I said what I said. So now we can open it up for questions.
I guess just from on, so he just kind of went to school. He let this happen. Nothing happened from administration. He came back home and didn't say anything, obviously, probably to not want to tell you. And then said, I have a headache. And that's when he kind of came forward to you and told you, okay, I got hit at school.
So when I asked him about it, he just said that, I thought that they called you. I thought that they told you what happened. So just imagine you coming home and this happened to you at school and nobody acknowledges you. Nobody says, this is what happened. And are you okay? Or, whatever. Nothing. I wasn't even notified at all. So he's just like, I guess nobody cares about it. So and I didn't know until the next morning, and I had to tell him, I'm sorry, that this happened to you, and I'm sorry that I didn't recognize it from the beginning to tell you that, what was going on.
So didn't go to the nurse's office?
He went to the nurse's office, and they offered him an ice pack. But nobody said anything about him, gave me a call or anything. Nobody asked him, was he okay? If you get hit to the head multiple times, why? This is important. This is your head. This is the home of your body. Nobody told me anything. No.
Is he going to go back to school?
No, he's not going back to Westbury at all. He'll be going to take his STAR testing next week, but that will be it.
So you're thinking about transferring
Yes,
district or transfer? Okay. Mm-hmm. Moving forward with this, what are you hoping for? I mean, you're already taking the legal action, but...
Yes, I am taking legal action. I want to first make sure that my nephew is okay, his mental state. I want to make sure that he is okay himself. But I also want to look out for the other kids that don't have this platform or don't have the parents that care enough to look out for them. I want to make sure that all kids are in the school are being protected. I want to make sure that y'all are hiring teachers and staff that are competent enough to make sure that I can take on the responsibility of protecting these kids and doing it with their life. And that's it.
The 18-year-old who assaulted him is facing charges. I know that was in the press release. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Well, basically what Aunt did, based upon what actually happened, right now there are charges that has been pressed, and right now we're following what's going on with it at this time. So right now we just know that charges has been filed. We're not sure if the 18-year-old has been arrested as of yet, but we are following this at this time. Yes, sir.
For the I assume you contacted the Westbury office and asked, did you ask them, why was I not contacted?
Yes.
And what was their response?
So I did talk to my nephew's assistant principal. When I talked to them that morning, they basically said that these nurse and the disciplinary staff dropped the ball, is what his words were. And dropping the ball when it comes to students that go to your school is unacceptable.
So they said it was an error that you were not called.
Yes, sir.
That the procedure was for you to have been called.
Yes, the procedure was for me to have been called. Yes, but nobody gave me a call.
Did they tell you this verbally or in an email?
Verbally.
What is your advice to other parents and guardians going through something similar like this?
Talk to your kids on a daily basis. Make sure that they're okay. Ask them questions, things like that. Go to your child's school. Let these teachers know, the principals know that you're actively in your kid's life and you actively want answers for whatever is going on in the school. Yeah.
So you had no clue he was under any kind of threat?
No.
Until this happened?
He
hadn't told you about these people wanting to pick fights?
Because they said that he wanted to fight him, but you know, kids just talk. So he's just assuming like the student was just talking to him. You know, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But it was never nothing to come to him and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to, do something. He just thought it was, a threat, basically.
And I'm just going to leave this and then we'll conclude this press conference. And this message goes out to the Texas Education Agency. We're holding you responsible now because we can't blame it on the previous leadership of Houston Independent School District. We coming to you. So at this point right now, there's no time to lighten up. You better tighten up because I'm letting you know now, you will be next and I will come to Austin and set it off. We're not playing about our children. Our children do not supposed to come to school and leave with a concussion. I said what I said. You better stop lighting up and you better tighten up. Thank you, and this press conference is concluded.
All right, folks, it's your girl, Grizzy. We're out here at Westbury High School.
Yes.
I uploaded the video. Can somebody link it here in the comments? You don't have to have a Twitter account to watch the video. If somebody can do me that favor, because something's wrong with the lighting on my phone, so I can't see too well. I hope you guys were able to see this video. If somebody can do that favor, it is available even for those that don't have Twitter. I posted the video
and that was
because this is an 18-year-old, so he's legally an adult. So, and we had consent from the family to go ahead and share the video. So we shared it raw, uncut, unfiltered. If somebody can do the favor, please place it in the comments because I'm not able to.
Yes, and he was by him being assaulted
emojis right now from
with
the
that head
reactions.
injury, which falls with a concussion, which is a headache that's unspecified.
In Westbury,
and that's why they put
school is off today.
How that.
And we got a young kid that was beaten up. Somebody walked up. It looked so premeditated, in my opinion.
Okay, they said headache,
guy walks
headache
in,
unspecified.
beats up this kid,
causes this headache,
and walks out. And he had somebody recording him.
Concussion.
So very ugly, very brutal to see.
All right, if you want
And you can catch it on the Grizzlies Hood News Twitter account. Reporting live here off of Chimney Rock at West Gary High School. It's your girl Grizzy. Back to you, friends. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor has placed. We got a few people posting that video. Please look at it and tell us what you think. What are your thoughts? Very disturbing, and the sad part is that nothing was done to this kid. He is facing charges right now because he is 18 years old. But it's so sad that the family was not notified of this incident, and this poor young man, young kid, the student, is dealing with this assault and was too scared to tell anybody what happened. It's really sad stuff, man. Reporting live is your girl Grizzy. Back to you, friends. We got hood news in the making. Something's going down. Be on the lookout. More hood news on the way.